Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. I am Lord Forwind, here playing as Communist China, so Mao Zedong. And so far we're doing fairly well. We managed to seize a whole new territory through a border war with these neighbors here, Zbei Sanma maybe? Pronunciation might be right. We're also still having an attaché over here observing the Republican-Spanish War, even though they're about to lose. Look at that. It's so sad to watch them just get completely overrun. They still hold Madrid in a miracle of defense, but they have no hope. They're just going to be wiped out, which is historically accurate. And we're playing on Iron Man Historical Nations Focus, so things that happened historically should happen again, including countries going communist, countries not going communist, and stuff. I'm, of course, the big wild card in the mess. So we'll actually see if my interference in the world contributes too much to the outcome or not. Because, of course, that means in the German Reich that Hitler will survive and go on to attack Europe. On the other hand, if I had done non-historical, there's a chance they might have tried to go down this one where they might have tried to, you know, shift into Kaiser and other stuff. So we'll see. I might do a game as them at some point just to see how you can change history with them. I'm curious to see if the Soviets have anything altered in their tree. I don't believe they do. Nah, it's all the same. Just the outcomes are a little different. So we've now done literacy programs. So we now have 3 research slots, which puts us on par with most other nations. Of course, we're still behind in tech. Mao's China is pretty backwards at the beginning. So we're going to head for mountain infantry and strengthen that. Hopefully we can get some special forces on the field. Although they have altered it so that you can only have a certain number of special forces, which is a bit annoying, but there's nothing we can do. On the other hand, unlike pretty much every other country in the game, Mao starts off absurdly stable. I guess the other one would be Japan. Japan is very stable at the beginning, aren't they? Everyone else has problems, but Mao really only has opportunities. The US is struggling with their Great Depression. I don't see anything's changed in their idea tree. The UK is, you know, still unable to rearm at the moment. France is, of course, focusing on fortifying the Magnio line just to get stronger. I probably said that wrong. And Germany is building up its army. Poland's doing its economy. Italy's doing its economy. Soviets are, you know, killing Trotskyite supporters. And somehow the Republicans in Spain are still standing for now. They're going to be overrun momentarily. Outside of that, let's see, Turkey has nothing going on. Yugoslavia is going limited self-government, so they're trying to concede stuff to their minority groups and stay stable. We'll see how that goes. The Czechs are... I have no idea what the Czechs are up to. They're probably going to trust in the West, which never works out well. The Hungarians are reintegrating the railroads and are going the fascist direction. Let's see, is anything going on up here? Not particularly. Sweden, Denmark, Norway are pretty boring. Although Denmark is neutral, as is Sweden. I don't think Italy's changed at all. The British Raj is still dealing with their famine. China's a mess as usual. Then Chunko is slowly stabilizing its economy, but will never really get anywhere. The Japanese are starting their Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere, otherwise known as Everything Belongs to Japan. And I didn't realize I had that pause the entire time I was talking. So yeah, sorry about that. We're going to focus here on getting another military factory before we strengthen the infrastructure too much more in this province. We are already strengthening the infrastructure in that province already. Other than that, I don't really know what else I should focus on. They're just going to deal with themselves. China's really going to start to become interesting once the war with Japan starts. Which, of course, is going to... I forget what it actually is. Is it 39 they start the war? I know that the war starts around 39 in Europe, but I believe it starts earlier in Asia. We'll see. On the other hand, my population in these two states is growing, but I have 10 million people almost belonging to my country, but still absurdly poor. Let's do... What should I do? We already are communists. Don't really need war industrialists. Stability could be nice. Anything? Army regrouping, entrenchment. End of the Spanish Civil War, that's fine. We don't really need more political power gain. We need more experience. For now, I'll go with the military theorist. Try and get further down the whatchamacallit tree. I can never remember what it's called. The doctrine tree. There we go. What's going over here? Germany is causing issues. Our attaché has returned, which is nice. I don't think I can send one to like... Can I send one to the Soviets? No, they must be at war. Let's at least get a non-aggression pact with them. Might as well sign non-aggression pacts with anybody who's willing to sign one at the moment. Let's sign one with Tanatuva. I sure hope that Paradox gives a unique idea tree to both Tanatuva and Luxembourg. I cannot tell you how wonderful it would be to take Luxembourg and conquer the world. It would be quite amusing, considering I don't think you'd ever get any core territories, so you'd have to be pretty lucky. On the other hand, our stability is still rising. Our war support is rather low, but there's not much we can do about that. I do not want to stage another incident versus these guys. Last time I tried that, they actually succeeded in driving me out of that region, which was an issue because you lose. There's penalties if you lose a border conflict. What's the penalties? Does it tell me? It doesn't tell me what the penalties are. Anyhow, the penalties exist, but you do get bonus research towards your army doctrine, which is kind of cool. I think it's 10%, so it's not a total waste, it's just not as useful as it could be. Let's start down the focus on China part. There we go. Focus on China. We want the infiltration specifically, because I would love to snag some of these central territories, specifically this one. The Henan region would be amazing. 35 million troops there. That would help immensely. Even snagging some of these ones with hundreds of thousands would be nice. This one right here is 54 million. I think that's the most in the region, yeah. 54 million in this one area. I don't know of another province that actually has more people living in it. Let's see. Tokyo region, 14 million. Let's try the British Raj. Delhi, 31 million. Okay, let's try Egypt, 9 million. Constantinople, Istanbul region, 1.4. Paris, 7. Berlin, 7. London, 10. Moscow, 8. So yeah, that is the most populous region I can find. It's pretty crazy if you think about it. Yeah, everywhere else is like 1 or 2 million people. That's a huge amount of it. Oh, there's 32 million there. Northern British Raj has a lot, but 42 I think is the highest. Or 54, sorry. It's a bit amusing. For now, I think I'll just sit and wait. There's nothing else going on. This is a problem with the early game, especially if you're not a great nation. There's not a lot of decisions. It's a very slow game until you hit the wars, Hearts of Iron, which is, I guess, accurate. The world is at peace. Not much is going on. The problem is, obviously, the longer it takes for us to get to the interesting part of the game, the worse off we are, because the bigger nations have more factories and so can build up more troops and more stockpiles than we can. On the other hand, if we can get some of these, like the People's Liberation Army, reduce that penalty, anti-Japanese expeditions, some of these will give us combat ability, which would help if we end up actually fighting the Japanese, which we probably will. Amelia Earhart didn't survive her flight this time. It's too bad. One of the big things we want to try and ideally do is send a mission to the Soviets, get some free troops and support from them, which early on will help a lot. Let's do army entrenchment. The more defensive our troops are, the better. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, what do we got? Yan Shan has sent a mission that he's arrested Chiang Kai-shek and is willing to turn him over to us. We can either ask him for approval, kill him, ally with him against the Japanese, or killing him now would lead to a war we cannot win, let him go. Let's propose an alliance with them. I'm pretty sure that's how we start the Popular Front. Wonder if that happened historically. He got caught. There we go. So Japan has now declared war on China. China is requesting I join them in the war. I will do this for now. Not that my troops probably will make a big difference in the war, but let's cancel that orders. We might as well use some of them. Chinese, yep, we lose all these prepare for war against Japan stuff, which is, I think, a problem. Yeah. We lose some of the bonuses from that. On the other hand, the infiltration will help us. Everybody's joining to help. Soviets are sending volunteers, thank you. We will send our troops to the front, and hopefully we will check the Japanese advance. I have very low hopes of this, though. Very low, mainly because of how bad, truly bad, the Chinese army is. I'm just going to keep saying the Chinese army because we're the communists for now. Yeah, I don't want that order. What we need you to do is focus on the entire defensive border. And they're willing to lend us supplies and troops. This is why we need to go the infiltration route, just so that we can infiltrate their territories and try and gain control of some of the Chinese lands. We'll see how it goes. Right now we're suffering some nasty attrition because of the heat. Oh, Lin Bao is injured. Okay, so what does that actually mean? Sorry, I'm curious. His skill bonuses are reduced, and he can not use combat abilities. I think I replace him temporarily then. Let's stick this guy in command for the moment. I don't think I'm going to plan any offensive assaults with these guys. I'm going to focus a lot more on defense. Problem is, all my troops have no organization right now. Because they're fighting. Beijing will fall in a moment. Although it's not the capital, apparently Nanjing is at this point in time. Shanghai region. That isn't good. They just totally outflanked them on that front. No, 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 no. Retreat, retreat. Oh, I sure hope we don't lose these troops. That would be disastrous. We're gonna lose those troops. Great. Come on, Soviets. We really could use your troops right now. Okay. If we're lucky, we'll be able to retreat them to here. I doubt it. Looks like they're moving to counteract me and surround my troops already. Great. And the Soviets only sent infantry. We need tanks. On the other hand, we do have pocket defense, which will help some. Yeah, this division is doomed. Yeah, we're going to be overrun momentarily. Hopefully the new patch hasn't made Japan way overpowering. So now I'm going to apply the last stand ability. Try and reduce their ability to wipe us out. Doesn't look like we're even stalling them though, which is crazy. Wow, okay, industrial land appropriation. I lose 2 stability and base war support, but I do get that done. Get an extra building slot, which is nice, but I don't know how much that'll help. Our war support is strong, but our stability has fallen. Our defenses are actually holding outside of this one pocket defense, which is just getting overrun. That's good. And apparently the AI is smart enough to station troops along the border in the south, although I wish I knew why they would actually are not sending troops at all. We really could use lots of troops being sent to the front, but they're all staying in the south. That might have actually been a good idea. Apparently the Japanese are invading by sea. What's this province? Guangzhou. Interesting. Owned by the French, of all people. Our troops up here are actually holding, which is amazing. I'm quite impressed. We're going to do war propaganda against Japan. More war support we can get, better. When is he going to cover? 47 more days. Okay. How is Mao doing experience-wise? She should be getting some. Specifically infantry leader at least. Huh. No idea. Okay, well, clearly we need something combat-wise to slow them down. Okay, we've lost 1 division. We're going to lose another up here soon. That was unfortunate that as soon as the war started, they marched out and essentially committed suicide. That was particularly stupid. On the other hand, I'm pretty sure that the Japanese are in a lot better shape than we are in terms of casualties. They have less population, but they have more troops, which is a problem. Okay, we've now unlocked infiltration, which means we can sort of sneak our way in on the China and start to steal their land. So let's see, what can I do with that? There we go. Launch communist uprisings. Interesting. But in order to even infiltrate, I need infantry equipment. Interesting. Huh. Clearly that's going to take quite some time to do. Huh. Okay, well, I think that's it for this video. We're not doing nearly as well as we could be, but northern China isn't being overrun just yet. So, thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.